Picture this, if you will. A perfectly normal, gorgeous day in a vibrant ancient city. The sun's shining, kids are running around the stone streets, and the local markets are just absolutely bustling with shoppers haggling over goods. It feels like any other peaceful afternoon. But then, fast forward just a few short hours. That very same thriving city is abruptly and completely wiped off the map. Literally gone, buried under millions of tons of suffocating ash. Now, this isn't a pitch for a Hollywood disaster movie. This actually happened to the ancient city of Pompeii. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to dive right into this incredible story. So, you're probably wondering, what actually happened on that fateful day? I mean, how does an incredibly advanced, thriving city go from total peace to absolute destruction in mere hours? It's honestly one of history's most terrifying mysteries. In this Explainer, we're going to unpack this staggering historical breakdown, step by step, to really understand the sheer speed, the science, and the absolute terror of this cataclysmic event. Part 1. The prosperous Roman city of Pompeii. To fully grasp the magnitude of this tragedy, we've got to understand what was lost. Pompeii was a highly prosperous, bustling Roman hub. The citizens here lived very comfortable, vibrant lives. They shopped in lively bazaars, relaxed in public baths, and were completely at peace in their beautiful surroundings. But looming right next door to this wealthy society was Mount Vesuvius. And here is the truly chilling part of this whole story. The people living their happy, day-to-day lives had absolutely zero idea that this mountain was a deadly, active volcano. To them, it was just a scenic, lush green backdrop, a completely unseen threat hiding right in plain sight. Part 2. The sudden shaking of the earth. The very first warning sign was a sudden tremor. The ground just started shaking. Imagine standing in that crowded marketplace, deep in conversation, and suddenly you feel this deep, unsettling vibration right beneath your feet. What do? Well, the unsuspecting citizens of Pompeii essentially just shrugged it off. They were used to minor tremors in the area, so they dismissed this trembling as just another harmless passing earthquake. They went right back to their normal routines, completely unaware that the earth was basically clearing its throat before a massive, deadly roar. The rapid escalation is what makes this disaster so horrifyingly unique. Let's look at the timeline. In the first hour, there were minor tremors, warning signs that people largely ignored. But within the second hour, the situation changed drastically. Almost out of nowhere, ash started falling from the sky. And this wasn't a rainstorm. It was jagged rock and gray debris literally raining down on the streets. Confusion quickly turned into full-blown panic. And then, by the third hour, it culminated in a massive, deafening explosion. What started as a minor tremor turned into an apocalyptic nightmare in just a fraction of a single day.
Part 3. The massive explosion of Vesuvius.
We are talking about a colossal volcanic explosion of unimaginable force. When Mount Vesuvius fully erupted, it sent a massive, thick cloud of extreme smoke, toxic gases, and burning hot ash miles high into the atmosphere. The explosion was so incredibly powerful and dense that it completely blocked out the sun. Just imagine the sheer terror of that moment, broad daylight turning instantly into pitch-black darkness, suffocating heat, and overpowering smell of sulfur, and a relentless rain of fire and pumice raining down from above. Faced with this sudden, unimaginable chaos, pure panic set in. Human instinct took over. Citizens dropped whatever they were doing and just started running blindly through the darkened, ash-choked streets, scrambling in terror to get out of the city. Others, hoping their sturdy roofs might protect them from the relentless hail of burning debris, barricaded themselves inside and hid in their homes. And amidst all this absolute terror, people desperately tried to save their loved ones, gripping onto family members, trying to stick together while navigating a world that was literally collapsing right on top of them. Part 4. Buried under the ash. Tragically, neither running nor hiding could save them from the final, fatal blow. First, a deadly, superheated avalanche of toxic hot gas and volcanic ash swept violently down the slopes of the mountain, instantly incinerating anything in its path. Within just a few short hours, this suffocating combination entirely covered the city in complete darkness. Finally, everything. The paved streets, the once bustling markets, the grand houses, and the people themselves was completely and utterly buried under a massive, impenetrable layer of ash. In a matter of hours, the thriving city of Pompeii simply ceased to exist. Part 5. A lesson in nature's power. Fast forward many hundreds of years, the memory of Pompeii had completely faded. The city was forgotten, lost deep beneath layers of earth and time.
That is until an incredible excavation by archaeologists centuries later. When experts finally began digging through that thick volcanic debris, they made a staggering discovery. They didn't just find broken ruins or scattered rocks. No, they unearthed an entire Roman city, perfectly preserved under the ash, exactly as it was the moment the sky fell.
It was like the city was completely frozen in time. Archaeologists discovered people's homes standing eerily intact, their architecture preserved by the very same material that destroyed them. They found vibrant, colorful paintings still clinging to the walls, totally protected from the elements for centuries. And perhaps most fascinating of all, they found everyday items, loaves of bread still in the ovens, tools resting on workbenches, goods in the marketplace, dropped exactly where they were left on that fateful day. It was an unprecedented, perfect snapshot of ancient Roman life, captured in a single tragic second.
Because of this incredible, eerie preservation, Pompeii today stands as one of the world's most famous historical sites. It serves as an unparalleled time capsule. It allows us to literally walk the streets of antiquity, to step back thousands of years and see exactly how a prosperous society lived, right up until their final unexpected moments. It's a deeply moving, visceral connection to our human past.
Which leaves us with one powerful, incredibly humbling thought: how extremely small humans are in the face of nature's raw power. Despite all of Pompeii's wealth, their bustling markets, their advanced architecture, and their comfortable lives, they were completely helpless when the mountain woke up. It's a reality that resonates just as strongly today, as we go about our own perfectly normal daily lives, comfortably ignoring the world around us. What overwhelming forces of nature might be quietly waiting just